all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, hello and welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports as we begin a brand new week here. It is a Monday, the 13th day of January for 2025. Mike Will along with Tyson Havronic, and we've got lots to talk about here today. The Nebraska men's and women's basketball teams, they were in action yesterday with varying results. So we'll talk about that. The Husker women losing a key player off of their basketball team. We've got that coming up in just a few minutes. Hastings College basketball team's on the road in Mitchell, South Dakota over the weekend as they took on Dakota Wesleyan on Saturday afternoon. We'll tell you how they came out. The Lopers were in action, and we had some high school basketball played on Saturday. So good morning and welcome to Extreme Sports and Huddle Up here for this Monday as we welcome Tyson in from the Western Studios here this morning. Good morning.
And a good morning to you, Mike, as we wake up and get going here on this Monday. Classes returning at CCC. That means the schedule kind of slowly returning to normal. And as disappointed as I am that I finally have to go back to work after a month hiatus, I'm really super excited to start remembering what day it is. I think that's the biggest part. I think anybody in the education system who takes the winter break can sympathize and knows kind of what we go through and where you wake up, and since you're on break, it's kind of like, oh, what day's today? Where am I going today? And what do I have to do? Excited to get back into a quote-unquote normal routine, so to speak. So that'll start today with some preparations for class, which goes tomorrow.
All right, so heading back to the classroom, that's good. It keeps you out of trouble. Like you said, it gets you back in the routine. It's nice to have the days off, but getting back into the routine for a while is always nice. We'll be griping here. We'll be griping at, it's been so long. It's been so long since I've had a day off. I can't stand this 5-day work week anymore. God.
Yeah, no worries. Like once it'll take about a week to get acclimated, and then I'll start griping about the long work weeks again. So no worries. Looking forward to Friday already. But what a weekend! What a weekend on the sports scene. Great college football playoff action. Both games, Notre Dame and the Ohio State-Texas game. Absolute can't miss TV there. On the Ohio State-Texas game, it goes the way that I had hoped for, to push the Irish on through to the title game. And anybody but Texas is kind of my mantra. Anybody but Texas and Colorado. To see the Horns go down was also great. NFL playoff action yesterday. The Bills use a gigantic second half. I thought Denver. They had to be scared for a couple moments there at the halftime break. Bo Nix looked like he was kind of Josh Allen light, and was doing some really good things over at that quarterback play. Buffalo kind of flexed a little bit at halftime. They clearly made the adjustments. Denver didn't have any answer for the Buffalo offense. So excited to see the Bills go on through, and it should create a very interesting playoff picture. The unfortunate thing. No Whitey's day with Chief Endorf and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We were kind of hoping for that second-round matchup, but as it stands, Baltimore is the real deal and gets by Pittsburgh. We both had a loss on that on the Blazing Five, and so no Whitey's day with Crew Chief this year.
Yeah, we had some good games, like you said, yesterday. Last night, Washington got a 37-yard field goal in the final seconds that bounced off of the upright. And Washington beats Tampa Bay last night by a score of 23-20. That's the first playoff win for Washington since January 7th of 2006. So I know there's some Washington fans in the area. They're happy today. They get to move on. Philadelphia beating Green Bay yesterday, 22-10. You mentioned Buffalo knocking off Denver. I love that at 31-7. Saturday there was a couple of games. I remember last week you were telling me that the Los Angeles Chargers were your favorites as the dark horse to maybe make a run in the playoffs this year. Yeah, that was a great comment as the Texans. Yeah, the Texans beating the Chargers on Saturday 32-12.
Yeah.
Chargers got their butts kicked.
It did go over, though.
32-12.
It went on the overs line.
That's
so,
great.
Yeah. It was
That's great. So, as we say, we're experts on nothing. And last week when we were talking about the Chargers maybe making a run with Harbaugh, they go out and they throw a stinker right off the bat. They lose 32-12.
Come on. I mean, there was a good indicator that I was walking back that comment a little bit when we got to the Blazing 5 on Friday, and the Chargers were magically nowhere to appear on my Blazing 5. So I kind of walked it back a little bit, just quietly, hoping people would forget about it. But nope.
I remember.
You remember. You remember.
And then
you had receipts.
Baltimore, they beat Pittsburgh in the other game, 28-14. So this week, the Texans will play at Kansas City on Saturday at 3:30. They'll be the first game out on this Saturday, followed by Washington at Detroit at 7. So the two number 1 seeds will play on the Saturday. Then on Sunday, you get the Rams or the Vikings, whoever wins tonight. They'll play at Philadelphia in the 2 o'clock game on Sunday, followed by Baltimore and Buffalo at 5:30. So that's your schedule for this week. They kind of had to wait till the games got finished yesterday to put out the schedule. So Kansas City will get the first game on Saturday against the Texans, followed by Washington and Detroit. Then Sunday, the Rams or the Vikings at Philadelphia at 2, followed by Baltimore and Buffalo at 5:30. I was offered tickets to the Kansas City Chiefs playoff game yesterday.
When did you accept them?
I couldn't because I said I had a game, a college game on Saturday. I said if the Chiefs play on Sunday, I might be interested. And then it comes out to the Chiefs are playing on Saturday, the first game out.
Dude, that's dedication.
Yeah, I'll be getting ready for Hastings College in Morningside about that time. So
you could have easily pawned that game off to me, and
I didn't want to take you off of your NFL set for the weekend because
wow, what a guy!
I knew that you are firmly entrenched in the NFL. So I'll take one for the team.
Wow, what a guy!
I'll pull it up on my computer as the game is rolling on. I think I had to do that last year too.
Right?
I think I had a game last year when the Chiefs were playing the Texans in the playoffs.
And it worked out okay for you.
It worked out all right because I get to see the Chiefs again.
Yeah, it worked out just fine. So, you know what? You go back to Philadelphia for a second. I was going into this playoffs, Saquon, right? Is if he's healthy, the Eagles are in good shape offensively. He's a dynamic running back that opens up that offense. And everything that I had read and heard about the Eagles going in and I put in my mind frame was how great this offense was. What I was most impressed with Philly yesterday, they play some damn good defense. That Eagles defense is for real.
Yeah.
And there was times where their offense was struggling a little bit against Green Bay, and I was like, okay, this game might be going toward the pack. And the Eagles defense, they just shut down Jordan Love in that Packers offense. Didn't give him anything to run. There was absolutely no ground game available. And you go back to that pivotal 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1, and you're thinking if you can't get a yard in the NFL, and the Eagles defense just absolutely collapsed Green Bay for like a loss, forced them into a passing situation, and then they throw the ball towards the sticks, but it was too far out of bounds because Jordan Love just misled the receiver. Man, I was impressed with Philadelphia's defense. They're very good. I
thought at the beginning of the season that Green Bay could be a Super Bowl contending team. That didn't pan out either. Well, we are experts on nothing. Yeah, that didn't pan out at all.
Crew Chief Indorf chiming in on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's pull this comment up here real quick for you. It's cut off on the YouTube side. Here we go. As much as I don't want to admit it as a Steelers fan, Chief Indorf says Lamar Jackson playing the best football of his career. Hoping the Bills circle the wagons on Sunday, but it will be a tough game for them. And indeed.
I think Baltimore.
Ravens looked as advertised, right?
Yeah, I think Baltimore has a chance to beat Buffalo. I really do.
Sure.
Not because I'm hoping that will happen. But
either way, it's a tough matchup.
Yeah, I think Baltimore has a chance to beat Buffalo.
Pick your poison. I mean, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, and both are playing at MVP caliber levels. And I was interested to hear Romo's comments when he was talking about the MVP race, and everybody seems to think it's either Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, and Again, as I watched the Eagles game yesterday and remember the season that Saquon Barkley had, if I was Saquon, I'd be raising my hand and want to make it a 3-horse race. But
Yeah, what about me?
What about me? What about the best running back in the NFL this season?
Had a chance to break the record, and they sat him on the final week of the season, or he'd have the rushing record
And he
in the
was okay
NFL.
with it?
He's all right.
He was okay with it. He was a team player. I mean, that's Saquon, and he's healthy this year, right? Like,
Do you hear
that's
what? You hear what happened though yesterday with Saquon?
No.
Evidently, everybody was loaded up in Vegas that he would score a touchdown yesterday. That's the obvious bet, right?
Oh yeah.
That Saquon Barkley would score a touchdown, and people had him loaded. In fact, that was the most bet prop in the NFL yesterday. Well, he went out yesterday. It was 22-10 with 1:09 to play. Barkley took a handoff over left tackle, burst through the Packers defense, and was into the clear, looking like he was going to go for that touchdown that would have put people in the money. But he slid down after picking up the first down, which was the smart thing to do.
Secure the win.
Yeah, to secure the win. And the Eagles went on. They took a knee on the last play, ran out the final seconds of the clock. Well, Saquon Barkley, no, he's got a lot of pissed off people this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, because everybody bet that, and that was a obvious bet.
Sure.
That Saquon was going to score a touchdown sometime during the game yesterday. He did not. He broke into the clear and then took that slide late in the game with under a minute to play, and he didn't get a touchdown. And everybody that bet Saquon was going to have a touchdown yesterday lost.
And that, children, is why you don't bet prop bets.
Yeah.
It's a fool's game, man. Like everyone, especially the Super Bowl, right?
Oh, everybody bets those are prop bets.
Load up the prop bets
Oh,
for
yeah.
the Super Bowl, and I'm like, you fools.
Yeah.
You fools.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I'll play the spread. I'll do the over-unders maybe. But I'm not throwing my money on some stupid prop bets that could be literally the flip of a coin or the length of a national anthem. No, you fools.
Yeah, I bet those prop bets a lot for the Super Bowl. And every year about the halftime, I said, why do I bet these things? I can't hit these. I usually come up with the excuse for myself, well, it's a 50-50 chance.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 50-50 chance. I'm always on the losing end.
It's just money.
It's only money.
It's just
Yeah,
money.
Saquon, he's got a lot of mad people yesterday. He slides down for a first down, and he was clearly going to go for a touchdown in the play.
Exhibit A, why don't you prop bets?
Unbelievable.
That's fun.
So anyway, if you'd like to join us here today, we'd like to have you join us. Either leave us a message like the Chief has already this morning. Leave us a message on Facebook Live or Twitch or wherever you're listening to us at. If you'd like to give us a call, we'd love to chat with you too. Lines are always open. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number. 402-834-1330. If you'd like to join us, talk about sports, that'd be great. If there's anything else on your mind today, we'll certainly take that. And thanks for listening to us again as you start a brand new work week with us. We're getting lots and lots of new people to join us each and every day, and we love that. Whether you're online at x-streamsports.com, maybe on your smartphone on your way to work or school this morning on our free mobile app. You can listen to us on your smart speaker, Roku TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're listening to us. We've got cameras set up, so if you're able to watch us for this hour and join us at the breakfast table, so to speak, with all of your news, weather, and sports and friendly conversation. That's what we're all about here on Extreme Sports. Let me tell you about my trip back from Mitchell, South Dakota.
I like stories. Let's do this.
Let me tell you what happened. I did games, obviously, in Mitchell on Saturday.
Corn Palace?
Come rolling out of Mitchell. First thing that happened is a truck throws up a rock and crashes into my windshield.
Okay.
Cracks my
It's not your
windshield.
sunroof.
No, it's not my sunroof. It's my windshield. So it cracks my windshield. So I was already huffy.
Mm-hmm.
And about 30 minutes later, I had evasive action in the middle of the highway coming out of Mitchell because a deer runs in front of me and just missed the front of my my car.
Extreme
I
Sports
would
Radio.
say about 6 inches.
Jeez.
I took evasive action. I had no one around me, luckily. Took evasive action, and the deer went running off into the woods.
Good.
So I was mad again. My heart was beating. I thought, oh, wow.
But Bambi's still alive.
Bambi's still alive.
Available
About an hour later, had to take evasive action again.
Another deer?
Nope, another skunk.
This is kind of skunk.
A skunk went across the highway, and I couldn't hit the skunk. You don't want to hit a skunk.
You don't really want to hit a skunk, though.
No, so I took evasive action again. The skunk survived. A little bit further down the road, another creature comes rolling out onto the road. This thing, I didn't know what it was.
Zoo or what?
I felt like I was on a safari hunt. I was rolling, and another animal came across the road. I didn't know what this thing was. All I know that was as big as a cat, but it had a super long tail to it. I don't know if it was a rat or something else.
Big as a cat?
And it had a super long tail. So the only thing I could think of was a rat.
Like a house cat?
Well,
Like
it was
a house cat, or was it like a bobcat?
well, he was as big as a house cat, but he had a big tail on it like a big rat. Well, that thing survived too after I took evasive action again. I felt like I was Joey Chitwood coming home.
I would have like stopped and pulled over and seen what the hell you missed.
No, I didn't want to see that damn thing.
Big tail?
Yeah,
But
big.
not like a beaver tail.
He didn't look like he was a friendly creature either. Who knows what's living in the woods and the trees up there
Dude, that's a mystery.
on Highway 281? I thought it was in the clear until I got north of St. Paul,
Okay.
when something flying through the air hit my car
Bird, bat, bee.
like a vulture. It was a big bird.
Big bird.
I mean, not Big Bird from Sesame Street, but it was like a big bird.
Like a turkey vulture.
I didn't know what that was either. It was bigger than a regular sized bird. It had to be like a vulture.
It was probably following you because you almost hit everything. It's probably following you the entire way home.
I thought he was maybe diving on the highway because there was something dead down there. Maybe those vultures that eat dead things.
Christmas, man.
Yeah, so that hit my car. He did not survive. He got stuck underneath my car.
Oh, jeez.
So I heard him clanking for
Yeah.
a couple of miles
Ouch.
underneath my car.
And then
I got
eventually
out.
Probably just. Oh,
I-
you got out?
No, I didn't get out there either. I went out Sunday morning and surveyed the damage to my vehicle. I have windshield repair
Yep.
to do, and something got ripped off from underneath my car when that last bird got caught underneath there.
And yep.
So I've got some repair to do on the wheel wagon.
Good Lord.
I got home with that. I'm never taking that road again at night.
Oh, you took it at night.
Well, I was coming home.
Yeah.
It was about, well, it was after 6 o'clock, obviously. So it was at nighttime. Everybody, all the animals are out on the prowl Saturday night
road
for
did you
some reason.
take?
281.
281 is wildlife.
Yeah, it's like a
wildlife
safari.
highway. The
It's like a
wildlife
safari.
express. Good Lord.
Yeah, unbelievable. So I thought I'd share that with you. A lot of people get humor on.
That's you filled up your wildlife quota for the year.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I evaded that deer and I thought I was in the clear. I didn't know I was going to be hit by vultures and birds and skunks and
Yeah.
something I didn't even know what it was. Those animals all survived though.
Gotta be like
Everything survived except for the bird.
because bobcats have small tails, though. Couldn't it be bobcat?
Oh, it couldn't have been a bobcat up
You
there.
remember my my infamous Highway 2 story.
Yeah.
I mean, day one on the job in Broken Bow.
Yeah, you took the job in Broken Bow. You're driving the station car.
Day one, station truck, Highway 2. Just gets out of Mason City. I was coming back from a volleyball triangular. First game under the belt, feeling great, feeling confident, and out shoots this deer from the field, just jumping in front of the truck, and absolutely totaled this other guy.
That's started your demise in Broken Bow.
Yeah, it was day one, and from there it was like
So it took a spiral from there.
it went downhill from there in a rather rapid fashion.
So you had to call the boss up your first day on the job.
Yeah, I'm like, so
I got a
here.
problem.
And the way they responded to I hit a deer in Broken Bow was like, oh, okay, we'll send somebody up. Like it's as if it happens on the reg, and apparently it does.
I think it does up on that
San Diego.
Highway 2.
Yeah. And they're just like, oh, okay, yep, we'll send somebody up. And I'm like, wait, you're not
You're
mad? The truck's totaled? Oh, no, we hit deer all the time around here. Oh,
God.
okay, yes, that's...
See, I can see that. Like I said, I felt like I was on a safari hunt.
Mike's journey through the Great Plains Safari.
Anyway, we got some more stuff coming up for you anyway. 7:20 here this morning. Let's get our first check on news on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
News this hour brought to you by the Hastings Federal Credit Union, where they've been lighting the way to financial success since 1946. Hastings Federal Credit Union, proud to be your trusted long-term financial partner. As a nonprofit financial cooperative, the credit union is owned by the members who join, and joining, it's as simple as opening a primary savings account. Committed to providing the highest level of quality services, the Hastings Federal Credit Union provides banking services to all those living or working in Adams, Clay, Webster, Nuckolls, Thayer, and Fillmore counties. And with affordable loan rates, mobile banking, and a friendly staff that treats you like family, why would you go anywhere else? Hastings Federal Credit Union, 707 North Marion Road, or online at hastingsfcu.org. Hastings Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. We start off in Grand Island, where last week Hall County sheriffs responded to the area of Claris Street and Highway 281 near Doniphan for an injury accident that ended up involving 6 vehicles, including a semi. The first event occurring when a car attempted to turn onto 281 from the Dollar General parking lot and struck a southbound semi. That caused a chain reaction of events that led to several additional accidents. In total, 7 individuals were transported to the local hospital for injury. One of those patients transported for life-threatening injuries. The Hall County Sheriff's Office Accident Reconstruction Team was called to assist, and the incident is still under investigation. The weather conditions at the time of the incident were a factor in the accident. Staying in Grand Island, the U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Railroad Administration has announced that Nebraska will receive a combined $67.9 million in federal grant awards as part of the Railroad Crossing Elimination Grant Program, with the city of Grand Island set to receive $600,000 for 17 rail crossings. The project recommends crossing closures, grade separations, and targeted safety countermeasures to enhance safety, as well as address unreliable travel routes and emergency response delays caused by frequent train traffic. Over in Kearney, late last week, police who were present at Kearney High School were called for assistance with several teens in a vehicle in the east parking lot of Kearney High School. The police department located 3 teenage students in a vehicle acting suspiciously, and during the search by Kearney High School staff, an air pistol, which looked like a realistic handgun, was located in a backpack, along with several vaping devices that were also located inside the vehicle. The teens were charged with possession of a firearm on school property and possession of marijuana less than an ounce, as well as resisting arrest. At the state capitol, Governor Jim Pillen joined state senators and female athletes on Friday in announcing the Stand With Women Act. Senator Kathleen Kauth of Omaha introduced the bill at the request of the governor. The legislation expands portions of the Women's Bill of Rights, which Governor Pillen established via executive order in August of 2023 to schools, sports teams, and state facilities. The Stand With Women Act would prohibit biological males from joining female sports teams. It would require group restrooms and locker rooms in schools, as well as state agencies, to be designated for use by either males or females. It also prohibits individuals from one biological sex from using the restroom or locker room designated for use by the opposite biological sex. Husker softball player Jordy Ball and volleyball player Rebecca Alec were both on hand at the news conference Friday to share their support. It is coming up on 7:25. We'll swing it back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's happening in sports?
Well, Nebraska guard Allison Widener suffered a leg injury at practice on Saturday morning and is likely done for the season. Widener appeared in 15 games for the Huskers this year with 3 starts. She scored 11 points last Wednesday during the Huskers' upset win over 20th-ranked Michigan State. The injury is the 3rd major injury of Widener's career. She missed the 2022-2023 season due to an ACL tear during the offseason. A knee injury also cut short her sophomore season after just 13 games. But the Nebraska women's basketball team went out and beat Rutgers yesterday 69-62. Brett Prince scored a career-high 24 points for the Huskers. Alexis Markowski produced her 7th double-double of the season and her 47th of her career with 14 points and 14 rebounds. Nebraska is now 13-4 in the season, 4-2 in the conference. They'll play at Iowa on Thursday. Tip-off will be at 6 on the Big Ten Network. The Nebraska men's basketball team couldn't overcome a 21-point deficit in the first half and lost to Purdue 104-68 yesterday. Huskers are now 12-4. They're 2-3 in the conference, with all 3 of those losses coming on the road. Nebraska will play host to Rutgers on Thursday. Tip-off will be at 8 on FS1. Hastings College women's basketball team upset 17th-ranked Dakota Wesleyan 79-70 on Saturday in Mitchell. Mariah Avila scored 18 points for the Broncos. McKenna Yates had 12. Hastings is now 12-6 on the season. They're 7-4 in the conference. Hastings College men's basketball team gave up a 22-5 run at the end of the first half and lost to Dakota Wesleyan 77-64. Maverick Binder scored 15 points for the Broncos. David Hagman had 13. The Broncos have now lost 15 games in a row. They are 1-16 on the season, 0-10 in the conference. Both teams will play host to Doane on Wednesday. The women's game will be at 6 with the men to follow at 7:45. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports, beginning with the pregame show at 5:45 on Wednesday afternoon. The Nebraska Kearney men's basketball team beat Emporia State 99-67 on Saturday. The Lopers are now 5-8. They are 3-2 in the conference. The women, they beat Emporia State 79-68 in 2 overtimes. The Lopers are now 11-3. They are 4-1 in the league. Both teams will play host to Northwest Missouri on Thursday. High school basketball on Saturday. Hastings High boys beat Lexington 58-37. The Tigers are now 7-5. In the girls' game, Hastings beat Lexington 39-20. The Tigers are now 4-8. Hastings will play at Aurora on Tuesday. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports, beginning with the pregame show at about 5:15. And in the late NFL game last night, Zane Gonzalez hit a 37-yard field goal in the final seconds. They give Washington a 23-20 victory over Tampa Bay. It's the first playoff win for Washington since January 7th of 2006. In the other games yesterday, Philadelphia beat Green Bay 22-10, and Buffalo defeated Denver 31-7. That's a check on your sports headlines this morning, 7:28 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
As we head through the work and school week, we're going to have some pretty mild temperatures to close out this week, but not before we start off today with plenty of sunshine and a high of 33. Overnight tonight, we'll have 12 degrees with a few more clouds, especially on Tuesday, partly sunny and a high of 30. 14's the overnight low Tuesday night. Wednesday, still sunny, a high of 39. 48 Thursday, but don't let that fool you because cold air is on the way back by the time we finish out the weekend.
Right now, we got partly cloudy skies, west winds at 6, 13 degrees at Extreme Sports at 7:29.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Extreme Sports has been bringing you the exclusive home of Hastings College Athletics, and we're just getting started. Thanks to our incredible sponsors and your support, Extreme Sports 2 has been a huge success, and now we're excited to announce the launch of Extreme Sports 3. With Extreme Sports 3, you'll get even more local sports coverage. Plus, 24/7 access to Sports by Line, where you'll hear the best in national sports talk. Whether it's Hastings College, high school action, or the latest from around the sports world, we've got it covered across all 3 streams. And don't forget, when we're not broadcasting games, join us weekday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for Huddle Up with Mike Will and Tyson Havronik. It's the perfect way to start your day with sports, news, weather, and great local interviews. So tune in, check out all 3 streams, and stay with us for even more sports coverage coming soon. Thank you to our sponsors for making it all possible, and to you, our listeners, for keeping Extreme Sports strong.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson Havronik, welcome to a Monday Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports, now 7:32. We kind of blew off our results of our Blazing 5. We kind of brushed on it to start off the day here today, but our Blazing 5, we did all right. You've still got one game going tonight.
Staying alive, still alive tonight with the Rams and the Vikings game, but did have a push in there. So I think my second tie of the season, the Commanders and Saints game.
No, it was the
Commanders in
Tampa Bay.
Thank you. I was gold for some reason. That didn't push though.
Yeah, it was a push. I went 3-1-1 in my Blazing 5, so another winning week for me. I had to push on Washington and Tampa Bay.
Those were the dogs. Washington was a 3-point dog. That game didn't push.
No, that game didn't push.
That's a victory.
That's a victory.
Throw one in the win column. What are you doing?
Wow. That's a win.
Yeah, we were 3-point dogs.
Yeah, we were 3-point dogs. We won by 3.
Come on, man.
Well, this morning I
did not do your math correctly.
Well,
I didn't either. I went with you. I'm just like, all right, I figured I lost one.
Yeah,
I
Washington.
Yeah, we're 3-1 with an opportunity to go 4-1.
Yeah,
I knew I was right.
Yeah, you went 3-1. Mm-hmm. I went 4-1.
Yeah.
So that's a win. That's a second straight week. I went 4-1 last week.
Get that ticket out of the trash and go cash it in, man.
Yeah, I'm 8-2 the last 2 weeks. So I won on Washington.
Yep.
I won with Buffalo. I won with Philadelphia, and I won with Ohio State. All coming up victorious. We lost on the Pittsburgh game. You and I both had Pittsburgh covering the 9.5-point spread. Baltimore wins by 14, so I go 4-1. You had similar results. You won on Ohio State. You lost on Pittsburgh. You won on Buffalo, and you won on Washington, and then you're on Minnesota tonight. as a 2.5-point favorite over the Rams. So we won't know your final result until tomorrow.
And I'm on the Vikings tonight. So we'll
all right,
roll
so
with Minnesota.
Wow, we were pat ourselves on the back here.
It's a good week.
It took us 19 weeks to maybe get in the groove. At least 19 weeks to get in the groove.
It's funny that now that our selection options have been dwindled down, and we're forced to make a pick on like 7 games, you've improved as the options. You're like me.
I'm focused in.
Watching Netflix, right? You're like me watching Netflix. You pull up the menu screen and you scroll 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 and you scroll, and by the time you settle on something, you're out. You get overwhelmed with options. You just need to hone in, focus in, and do some research on like 7 games, and you can come up with some pretty good ideas.
We're gonna have problems this weekend, though. There's only 4 games.
4 games plus a Monday national title.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
makes
all
5
right.
to me. Yep.
We'll have to predict all 5 games in.
There we go.
In our Blazing 5.
If my theory proves correct, we're both going 5-0 next week.
God, we ought to.
Eric Williams chiming in. Did you see the post that with all of the blowouts in the first 3 games of the playoffs, it is clear the playoff committee screwed up by not putting the Bengals in? They're not a playoff committee. It's a formula.
It's a formula.
Yeah, there's no committee. Bengals? Committee?
No, the Chiefs pulled that off.
Did somebody do a stupid post on social media, and now it's spreading? I don't know. I've yet to see this post.
I haven't seen it.
Send it to my phone.
Somebody said there was an NFL committee.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And I don't know if it was like an expert that said it or somebody that's just being shared that's sharing an obvious lack of knowledge about how the NFL playoffs. But it's a tried, true, and trusted formula.
Well,
send it to my phone. I'll look at it.
Yeah, it's records.
Yeah,
there's
tiebreaker formulas. Yeah.
There's no committee. There's no committee in NFL football. There's a committee for college football. There's a committee for the NCAA basketball tournament. There's no committee for the NFL.
I hope it came from like Stephen A. Smith or somebody.
Yeah, somebody good. Yeah, that'd be great.
It was sarcasm based on the college football playoff situation. Okay.
Right,
so it was said in sarcasm. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody actually.
It helps to get context.
Leave us. You can leave us comments on Facebook Live or wherever you're listening to us at. We love the comments. Kind of helps the show roll along a lot smoother.
And I love it. I love the interaction.
402-834-1330 if you really want to have interaction.
Better interaction. Give us a call. Can the Huskers not play on the road?
Yeah, we've lost 3 games on the road in the conference, and 2 of them have been really ugly, including yesterday.
Awful.
We fall behind by 21 points in the first half. We couldn't overcome that yesterday, and the Huskers lost to Purdue, a final score of 104-68. So that's coupled with the loss that we had at Iowa, where we had a 15-point lead and couldn't hold that lead, and we lost to the Hawkeyes. And we started off the conference season with a disappointing loss to Michigan State.
Yep, Izzo.
Yeah, Izzo and the Smarty, they hammered us pretty good to start off the conference. So we're 2-3 in the conference, and all 3 of those losses have been on the road. Anyway, Fred talked to us. Fred Hoiberg, the coach for Nebraska, talked to us following the loss yesterday. He says the Huskers couldn't stop the Purdue offense.
Braden Smith's the best pocket passer in the country, and that's where it starts. And if Coppin runs hitting those 15-foot floaters, that's a hard team to beat. And then you get in there and you protect. They sprayed out. I thought we contested well early. They made shots. And, tip your hat to Purdue. They came out. They were ready. The disappointing was the turnovers. They scored, I think, 18 off our turnovers and second chance points in the first half. That's hard to recover from. Overall for the game, the transitions, baskets, the easy ones, those are the ones that kill you. And, obviously they got very comfortable from the perimeter. I didn't think our contests were as spirited as the game went on. But again, give them credit. Those guys have to cooperate to give you a chance in this building. But, they made their shots when they had opportunities. And again, when they get that thing in the pocket, it's really hard to defend. I watched the Northwestern game that was in this building, whatever it was last week, and I didn't think Northwestern played bad. I looked up there, they're down 30, and Purdue does that to you. And this crowd, when they get behind this team, when they're hitting shots like that, it's a hard building to come back in. I think we cut it to 22 one point in the second half, and then they started getting easy ones on us again. So we got to find a way to regroup, get a chance to get home on Thursday. We're 2-3 in league, and all 3 losses would come on the road. So we got to protect home court and then get another chance on the road next weekend.
And the coach was then asked about that record 2-3 with all 3 losses coming on the road.
When you look at analytics, we've had the 5 toughest games, from a 5-game stretch that that you're going to have in this league that any team will play. So we got to find a way. You can't be deflated if you go in and feel sorry for yourself when you get back in the gym and on the court on Tuesday. It's going to carry over to Thursday. So our job right now is to get these guys over it, learn from it, grow from it, and find a way to fight all the way through for 40 minutes, regardless of whatever the circumstances are. And that's what this game's all about. When adversity hits you, how you going to respond? We did not respond well.
So the Huskers got a game against the Rutgers coming up on Thursday at home. If we're going to play in the big dance, we got to play much better on the road. Obvious. That's an obvious statement. We got to play a hell of a lot better on the road than we have been playing if we want any chance at making the NCAAs.
Do you even take these games as a learning experience when it's a 40-point blowout? I always thought, like, my mentality was, all right, if we get handed like that, my mentality is flush it as quickly as possible. I mean, get that feeling into the toilet, get it down the drain, and move on. And focus on yourself, focus on what you can do. Man, like, you reflect on these 40-point blowouts, and you go back and you try to, find some learning experiences from it. It's just going to dwindle. It's just going to linger. It's just going to hang around.
I don't think you can just brush the game under the carpet. I think you talk to coaches that endure losses like this. Yeah, I don't think you just sweep it under the carpet. You got to learn something from it, but I don't think you dwell on it. I think you go to the film session, probably the film session today. They'll review the things that we did right, which obviously were very few, and they'll dwell on the things that we did wrong, and then you forget about it, and you get back to the court on Tuesday, and you start practicing for Rutgers on Thursday. I think we do that at Hastings College a lot. Yeah. I think we go through the film session, we see what we did wrong, and then you can't dwell on it. Can't dwell on it, because you dwell on it, it's just going to linger into the next game, and then all of a sudden you go on a big losing streak.
Tell you, if I'm a player, I'm coming down with the sniffles for film session today. Don't want to watch that monstrosity. You're probably
not playing Thursday then.
Probably not.
You're probably not playing. Maybe that's what happened to your career.
Had the sniffles too many times. Didn't want to watch my.
Didn't want to watch film.
Nope.
So, I think we were on a high there for a while after Nebraska got the upset over UCLA, and we thought, yep, that should be enough. We should be talking the NCAA tournament. I think we're on the outside looking in again.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking top 25.
Yeah.
Because we only had 2 losses at that point.
Yeah, you were mad because we were not in the top 25.
I was mad that we weren't in the conversation.
We're not. We just lost to the 20th ranked team in the country by 40 points.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's why we're not in the top 25.
Well, I didn't know we couldn't play road games. Man, we got to get better on the road. Period.
No doubt.
Period.
I haven't seen the latest bracketology talk.
We're out.
We were the first team out when we were playing good. Mm-hmm. We were the first team out. Now we're probably not even.
Now we're out.
We're out.
Yep.
We're gonna have to pick up a big win somewhere.
I haven't seen us turn the ball over like that in a long time.
He was talking about that yesterday.
I haven't seen that poor execution in a long time.
He brought up one other game. I forgot what game it was, but he said 18 turnovers cannot happen.
No, that's unexcusable.
Yeah, 18 turnovers at this point in the season cannot happen. Mm-hmm. So anyway, the Huskers will try to get back on the winning track again on Thursday against Rutgers. Going to be on FS1.
Rutgers?
Is that a partner for the Big Ten this year? FS1.
Yeah. Fox, Peacock, they got a whole bunch of deals.
So anyway, that's going to be on FS1, and the Huskers, the women, they're going to play Iowa on Thursday on the Big Ten Network.
Hell, Rutgers is getting all the FS1 coverage. They're on FS1 tonight against UCLA.
We talked about Allison Widener last week.
Yep.
And now, evidently, she had practice on Saturday morning and suffered another big injury, another major injury. She is likely done for the season. That's probably going to put the cap on her career.
Yeah,
she's already been. Yeah, she's been through 2 major knee surgeries already in her career. This looks like to be another one. So
much talent.
Well, she was just starting to play well, too. She was just starting to feel good. Like we said, she scored 11 points in the ball game against Michigan State last week. She was feeling good to be back on the floors, back in the starting rotation for the Huskers. And then in practice on this Saturday, she suffers an injury, and she's likely done for the season. So bad news there for the Husker women.
The body can do a lot of different things to a career path. It's unfortunate. Like you said, she was so great to watch in her high school days. It was fun to watch her start to turn it on at Nebraska, and then two big surgeries, and that's got to pretty much put the cap on it.
Look at all the games that she's played, though. You talk about your body. During her high school career, she played a ton of minutes in high school.
Yep.
Moves on to college and suffers a couple of major injuries. Finally, your body, I think, just gives up. Yep. Hell, I don't know. I'm not an athlete. Never was.
No.
But your body just eventually has got to give up, doesn't it?
My body gave up before it started.
Yeah.
Before my career got underway.
Maybe that was the problem.
You ain't doing this. You ain't rounded second base, big feller.
No.
You might have power alley gap power, but you ain't got speed for it.
You couldn't get to second base now, could you?
No, God, no. No. You take a water break at first base.
When springtime comes around, I should say this. Should we see if we can run the base pads with Stroman, the Adams Central baseball coach?
Have medical on standby.
Oh, I don't know if I could get
High alert.
I don't know if we could get to second base. We certainly couldn't get to third.
No.
We could walk to third. God. But there's no way. There's no way that we could run from home plate to third the right way from first base,
you put
second
a dog
base.
on my heels. You put like a dog on my heels. Maybe.
No way.
Maybe.
No way.
But I would be needing to go to the medical tent if I got home.
I know we couldn't round the bases. That is totally out of the question.
You would cut it off like they did in softball a couple years ago? You would cut off third base?
Third base, I'd say the chances of us reaching third base are probably 10%. Maybe 5%.
That'd be a bad experiment. That'd be embarrassing. Let's not do it.
Second base, what would be the odds that we can reach second base?
You'd probably get to second on a jog.
Not on a sprint?
Not on a dead sprint.
I'd say 50%.
Halfway to between second and first, and probably start to ease off the throttle a little bit. Let's not embarrass ourselves and just slide that idea under the rug.
We could come up with it and we could post it on our social media sites. That could be our baseball open. Us trying around the bases.
Yeah, because if anything says that'll get viewers.
God, that'd be embarrassing.
It's a couple days today. I want to do some highlights. Yeah. It is have a sticker day today. So the stickers that you get when you were used to do good on your projects, and you would get stickers.
God. Did you get any?
A few.
I got a couple gold stars. I remember in elementary school.
I never got anything for like drawing and coloring projects because I suck at art and always have, and I would just do stick people. So I never got any art project stickers. But yeah, sticker day today. It is also Peach Melba Day today, which is like peach ice cream dessert kind of thing. At least that's the way it looked on my website. And everybody's favorite Rubber Duck Day today.
Rubber
Ducky, you're the one. You have time, lots of fun.
So it's Rubber Ducky Day?
Rubber Ducky Day, Tuesday.
So did you take your bath this morning? Make sure your rubber duck is...
We already had this subject last week. I haven't taken a bath since I've been like 7 years old.
So what do you do with your rubber ducky then?
You know, I don't have a rubber ducky. The last rubber ducky I had, true story, was like the Buy the Duck Day.
Oh, yeah.
And you try to heave the duck down to the,
Yeah, Adams Central does that all the time.
Yep. We did that at St. Cecilia. I was actually commentating a game from the Central Catholic perspective.
Yeah.
But I walked through the door and, well, lo and behold, I know obviously the people that are running the duck station, and they're like, you got to get a duck and throw it from the announcer's booth while you're calling the game. And I'm like, well, it's halftime. I won't be calling the game. But lo and behold, we did a live on-air duck throw, and I commentated as my duck hurled down towards the center line, and then at the very last minute got crashed by another duck that came in from somebody and went clear down the sideline and out of contention. But we did a live on-air duck heave.
Yeah, Gino won the other night.
Didn't he have somebody throw it for him?
Yeah, he bought the ducks, and he had some student from the opposite side of the gym threw it, and Gino won $100.
And Gino gave him like 10% of the winnings.
Oh, he didn't give him 10%. I think he gave him $5. He won $100, and I think Gino gave the student that actually threw the duck, gave him $5.
That's awful.
Yeah, Gino was a cheapskate. Gave him $5. Well, how much do you give? How much would you give if you won $100?
You hurt if I have somebody throw the duck for me? Half.
You would give the kid $50?
Absolutely. He had the arm.
Hell no, I wouldn't give him $50.
I wouldn't have got close, so I came out $50 ahead in my book.
You would give the kid $50?
Yes. If I had somebody throw it, we would split the money.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm investing in his arm. I'd give half the money. Straight up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Come see me on duck throwing day.
I'd give more than $5, but I don't know if I give him $50. God, that's a lot of money for throwing a duck. That's a lot of money. This kid was probably maybe junior high. You're going to give him $50?
Yes. Because what's $5 get you anymore? Nothing.
God.
Like, you can't get anything for $5.
He'd go home to his mom and dad and say, hey, look what the guy gave me tonight, $50.
Yeah.
They're going to say, what's going on, sonny boy?
You threw a duck.
I threw a duck, and they gave him $50.
I put it in your piggy bank.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd give him $50.
Come on.
Leave a comment. How much would you give a kid if he threw the duck and you won $100? Am I out of line? $20? Gino's certainly out of line at $5.
Gino is the low end.
Yeah, and I would give $20.
And you're compromising in 20, and I'm saying fair is fair. You threw the duck, you get half my money.
$50. Or would you just give the student all 100?
Hell no. Getting some money out of it.
How much would you give?
I bought the damn duck.
Leave us a note on.
Yeah, where are we at with the duck days?
Yeah,
we got a Rubber Ducks Day. That's right. Okay. Wow.
All right, 7:53. Let's move on. You're listening to Huddle Up this morning on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
News this hour brought to you by the Hastings Federal Credit Union, where they've been lighting the way to financial success since 1946. You can access your accounts wherever you go with mobile banking, which brings you financial peace of mind right from the palm of your hand, where you can securely and conveniently manage your accounts and loans at any time from anywhere. You can transfer funds, you can deposit checks, you can pay bills with Bill Pay, and quickly access your account balances to help you cover whatever little curveballs life throws your way with mobile banking, kind of like giving a kid $50 for throwing a duck. It's one of the many ways you can experience the credit union difference. It's Hastings Federal Credit Union, 707 North Marion Road, or online at hastingsfcu.org. Hastings Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. We start off in Grand Island, where last week Hall County Sheriff's deputies responded to the area of Clarence Street and Highway 281 near Doniphan for an injury accident that ended up involving 6 vehicles, including a semi. The first accident occurred when a car attempted to turn onto 281 from Dollar General parking lot and struck a southbound semi, which then caused a chain reaction of events that led to several additional accidents. In total, 7 individuals were transported to local hospitals for injuries, with one of those patients transported for life-threatening injuries. The Hall County Sheriff's Accident Reconstruction Team has been called in to assist, and the incident is still under investigation. The weather conditions, however, were a factor in the accident. Staying in Grand Island, the U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Railroad Administration announced that Nebraska will receive a combined $67.9 million in federal grant awards as part of the Railroad Crossing Elimination Grant Program. The city of Grand Island is set to receive $600,000 of that for 17 railroad crossings. The project recommends crossing closures, grade separations, and targeted safety countermeasures to enhance safety and address unreliable travel routes and emergency response delays that are caused by frequent train traffic. Over in Kearney, late last week, police were present at Kearney High School for several teens in a vehicle in the east parking lot of Kearney High School. The police department located the teenage students and acting suspiciously, and during a search, revealed an air pistol which looked like a realistic handgun that was located in a backpack, as well as several other vaping devices that were inside the vehicle. Teens were charged with possession of a firearm on school property, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, as well as resisting arrest. It is now 7:56. We'll swing it back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's happening in sports?
Nebraska guard Allison Widener suffered a leg injury at practice on Saturday morning, is likely done for the season. She appeared in 15 games for the Huskers this year with 3 starts. It's the third major leg injury or knee injury that she has suffered in her Nebraska career. The Nebraska women's basketball team beat Rutgers 69-62 yesterday. Huskers will take on Iowa on Thursday in Iowa City. Tip-off at 6 on the Big Ten Network. The Nebraska men, a real stinker yesterday. They lost to Purdue 104-68. The Huskers will play host to Rutgers on Thursday. Tip-off at 8 on FS1. Hastings College basketball teams in action in Mitchell, South Dakota over the weekend. The women picked up a 79-70 win over the Tigers. The men, they lost 77-64. Hastings will take on Doane on Wednesday. Women's game at 6, the men at 7:45. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports beginning at 5:45. High school basketball on Saturday. Hastings High boys beat Lexington 58-37. Tigers are now 7-5. In the girls' game, Hastings beat Lexington 39-20. The Tigers are now 4-8. Hastings will play at Aurora on Tuesday. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports beginning with the pregame at 5:15. That's a check in your sports headlines. 7:57 now on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
As we head through the work and school week, we're going to have some pretty mild temperatures to close out this week, but not before we start off today with plenty of sunshine and a high of 33. Overnight tonight, we'll have 12 degrees with a few more clouds, especially on Tuesday, partly sunny and a high of 30. 14's the overnight low Tuesday night. Wednesday, still sunny, a high of 39. 48 Thursday, but don't let that fool you because cold air is on the way back by the time we finish out the weekend.
Right now, we've got partly cloudy skies, west winds at 6, 13 degrees at Extreme Sports.
Conant Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Conant Auto Care is here for you.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
All right, you're listening to Huddle Up here today on Extreme Sports as we start your work week on this Monday. So you're back to the classroom today. That's what's on your agenda today.
Heading back to school to show my dad I'm not.
Do you have like brand new shoes?
No.
Like when you go to school for the first time?
It's the same shoes.
Mom and Dad sent you to school with your brand new shoes.
Gonna rock in my same tennis shoes. I'm probably still gonna wear shorts. Yeah.
Yeah, we met for lunch on Friday, and you were in shorts.
I don't deviate from shorts unless it's like a special event, like you're meeting somebody of high stature or importance. If the governor was to walk into my home studio, I'd probably put on some blue jeans. But other than that, like it's shorts all year round. Also,
like you never wear, like even when it gets cold, like 10 degrees.
I'm going from point A to point B. If I'm going to be outdoors for a prolonged period of time,
you'll put longer pants on.
I will put longer pants on. But if I'm going to my car to the gym, shorts. If I'm going from my car to the classroom, car to work, shorts.
My shorts are put away for the year.
Eric Williams. He's a shorts guy unite, shorts gang unite. He also is cheap like you. He would only give $20 to a high school.
I told you, right?
To a kid.
He'd only give $10.
$10 to a little kid, $20 to a high school kid. So it depends on the age. But he also clarifies that he would throw his own duck.
Even from the top row of the bleachers, he'd throw the duck. He wouldn't win then.
He's got an arm.
Yeah, but he wouldn't win. Not if you're throwing it from the top row of the bleachers.
I don't know. Mine got deflected. Mine was on course, and then it got deflected by another duck.
I'm sure they're going to do that again Friday. I'll buy a duck this week.
If they're doing it Friday, I'm coming down.
Oh, they'll do it. They do it about every home game.
Coming down, throw some ducks.
Gino will probably win again.
Giving a kid another $5 bill.
$5.
Guilts him into doing a little more. Show a little more, Papa Gino.
Oh, he's feeling guilty now because he listens to this show. He's feeling guilty. I said, well, maybe he'll find that kid and give him an extra $20.
Extra $5.
Says, I'm sorry I was so cheap the other day. I only gave you $5.
That takes out of your hot dog budget, though.
Really? All right, we've got high school basketball tomorrow night. We'll have high school basketball with Hastings High playing at Aurora. Women's game, or the girls' game, will be at 5:30. The guys at about 7 will be on the air tomorrow night at 5:15. So that's what's on my agenda. Going to watch NFL football tonight.
7 o'clock, baby.
Rams and the Vikings, final playoff game for opening week.
Try to both go 4-1.
God, that would be
great. Could we both go 4-1?
Who are you on again?
That would add validity to the show. I'm on the Vikings.
You're on the Vikings at -2.5.
I am.
I'll be cheering for you.
Well, thanks, buddy.
I'll be cheering for you because that'd be great if we both go 4-1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Validity.
Add a little spice to this show.
Starting to get good at this damn
Yeah,
thing.
I'm 8-2 the last 2 weeks, so look out down the stretch.
There we go.
All right, well, have fun in the classroom today. I'm going to go out and try to get my car fixed for my Great Plains Safari.
Have a good one, man.
I got to talk to our sponsor, Auto Glass Experts. Talk to them about replacing my windshield. Mm-hmm. And then I got to talk to somebody about what's this piece of plastic I ripped off yesterday.
Probably go see Connet.
Yeah, I probably got to go see Connet, my buddy down there. So that's what's on my agenda. We'll get together again tomorrow morning at 7. Have yourself a great day.